All right, guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different structured because, quite frankly, this topic doesn't really need the structure that I've been doing for my other videos. Camelot331 is a content creator that is currently being canceled right now by the Game and Geek Expo. And the reason why is because somebody, they of course are not going to say who, they're not going to name, they never do. Somebody claims that he is a, World War II person, let's just say. They're calling him the big German word. And the reason why is because he has difference of opinions, obviously. He's not somebody who technically goes towards the left of anything, not from what I can see anyway. And it seems like other people see the same thing. And the moment you do that, well, if you are found out that you are a public figure, content creator, or anything under the sort, and you try to go to an expo that is filled with a bunch of raging leftists, you are going to be called the big old bad N-word. And the reason why is because they want to try to ruin your life any chance they get.
Are we the baddies?
So we have a post here from Camelot331 going over how he was canceled, why he was canceled, and also we have the Game and Geek Expo website that we're going to go over, showcasing who exactly is the leadership behind this decision to cancel someone for a difference of opinion. So just a quick special shout out to the 88,700 of you that are currently subscribed right now, and the almost 50% that are not. Consider hitting that subscribe button today. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's break this down, guys. Let's go over the whole situation that's going on with Camelot331. So he made a post right here on Twitter, kind of going over what exactly happened and showing the email that he received from the company. So he starts off saying, to all the people who bought tickets to come see me at the Game and Geek Expo, I have been kicked from the event. One of the vendors and photographers, apparently, so that's interesting, from the event said that I am a Nazi. So I have been canceled from the show. Yes, because just be calling someone a Nazi is all it takes these days in order to cancel them. So let's go over the actual email here that he screenshotted. So it says, "Hi, Cody, thank you again for your interest in being part of Game and Geek Expo." Yeah, you're really thankful. We appreciate the time and effort that you've put into your content and the support that you've shown towards our event. Yeah, look how far that really got him. Right? It's amazing the narcissism these people have, the hubris to be able to sit there and say, hey, thank you for all your support for our show. We're about to absolutely fuck you, but hey, thank you anyway. We really appreciate the fact that you gave us support and what you showed towards our event. We're very thankful, for all the tickets that you sold, for people who are looking forward to seeing you that are no longer going to be able to see you. We're very thankful for that. But it's amazing. After careful consideration, we've made the decision to move forward without your involvement in this year's show. While we truly appreciate your recent efforts, they don't, including the removal of one of the flagged videos. Additional content has since surfaced that has raised continued concerns from our community, guests, and sponsors. So apparently they had a problem with a particular video that he uploaded. I don't know what that video was, but he basically tried to give them what they wanted and removed that video. But this is why you never give these people what they say they want, because it's never enough. It's never going to be enough. You are going to remove the video, which is essentially only going to hurt you, number one. It's going to make you look guilty, number two, which is what they want. And number three, they're going to cancel you anyway. They're going to find something else to cancel you off of. They're going to try their very best to try to make you bend the knee to the best of their ability. So for them, this doesn't matter. It's not about one video. It's never about one video. It's about your ideology being different, from what they particularly feel or view. So as long as you remain ideologically separated from them, they're always going to try to cancel you. That one video doesn't mean a damn thing. But unfortunately, he says, we've already experienced the loss of a sponsor. Oh no! And several other guest participants due to this situation. I haven't seen anybody. Again, I could go back to I highly doubt this website's been archived, but this is all the special guests, and we're going to go over them in a second. I highly doubt they lost anyone. I can't see anyone that they've personally lost due to Camelot being there. And if that's really the case, these people need to pony the hell up and get the hell over it. But in any case, please understand. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read the rest. Several of our guest participants due to this situation, and it is beginning to negatively affect the overall perception and inclusivity of our events. So you guys, hold on. You guys are super inclusive. You want to include everyone, but you just don't want to include wrongthink. That's basically it, right? So you're inclusive up to a point. So you're really not inclusive. You're actually gatekeeping your inclusivity, because if you were truly inclusive, you would include everybody who is a gamer and a geek, but you're not choosing to do that in this situation. Okay, I understand. I get it. But then please understand, this is not a reflection of you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, please understand this is not a reflection on you as a creator. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because if it wasn't, you would not be doing this. You are literally canceling him from an event because of the perception of him as a creator and a person. Are you serious right now? These people don't even know how to write a PRBS email, but rather a necessary step to ensure we are maintaining a space that is welcoming, respectful, and positive for all attendees and partners. We absolutely respect your right to creative expression, you don't, and free speech, you don't, but we also have a responsibility to our broader community. What responsibility, bro? So here's the thing. Again, I haven't seen any evidence, and we're going to go here in a second. Let's go to their website. I haven't seen any evidence whatsoever of them losing anybody for including Camelot331 in their expo. I highly doubt it, especially if you go to their website and you look for vendors. You're going to realize something very quickly. Scroll down, look at the prices, and realize what it says. Every single vendor slot sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. So are you really experiencing any losses here? Are you really experiencing anything that people are actually quitting and leaving? No, of course not, because it's not about that, right? You guys are fully sold out. You're fully booked. You're going to get all your money, and it has nothing to do with Camelot affecting your business at all. Your business is perfectly fine. You guys are choosing to remove Camelot because he is wrongthink. That is the only reason why you are choosing to remove him. And then if you look here, it says about GGE, you belong here. Join the community. We believe in the power of a shared fandom, and we strive to provide a space where every gamer and geek can find their tribe and revel in the fun. Well, not every gamer and geek. You only include the people who think like leftists, right? You only include the people who want to, you know, trans kids or whatever the case may be. That's what you're really looking for. So again, this is ridiculous, and it just goes to show. And here's the funniest thing. Hold on, I got something even better for you guys. Camelot then responds and says, the funniest part is I just had 2 guys at my NASCAR race Friday with VIP access that worked for the expo leadership. Guess that's why I was told after the race. So they took advantage of him, and they went to his race and were given VIP access only for him to find out after the race was over, because of course, you know, shillers got a shill after they got their VIP access and they were wined and dined and everything like that. He was told after the fact that he is no longer going to be welcome at their expo. It is insane to me. So again, this is what they're saying their statement is and what they stand for. But obviously what they stand for is not what they're actually saying. What they stand for is leftism and only leftism. So I figure let's see who was responsible for this situation. Again, they have our passion and your expo. It says the Game and Geek Expo is a vibrant celebration of gaming, nostalgia, cosplay, and fandoms, offering a unique marketplace and immersive experience for enthusiasts of all kinds. Crafted by the Raleigh Retro Gamers team, this expo brings together the best of gaming and geek pop culture under one roof, as long as you're all leftists. Again, we got to make sure that we specify that you all have to be leftists in order to join Gaming Geek Expo. Discover the authentic Raleigh gaming and geek scene at Gaming Geek Expo, a community-driven event by Raleigh natives and small businesses, as long as you're all leftists. Join us for a weekend of unforgettable fun where you can connect with fellow fans, discover new passions, and revel in the shared joys of all things geek, as long as you are all leftists. And I'm going to keep saying that because that's the truth. Okay, so who's responsible for this? Honestly, I don't know. I gotta imagine that chances are the president had something to do with it, because considering that he's the president, that means all decisions probably do go through him at some way, shape, or form. But the following people are in charge of the leadership over at Geek and Game, or Game and Geek, whatever the hell it is, Expo. You got Jeff Thomas, the president of Game and Geek Expo. You got Julia Thomas, I'm assuming they're married, creative director over at Game and Geek Expo. You got Madison Shelton, the event director over at Game and Geek Expo. You got Kyle Castellan, the associate director over at Game and Geek Expo. You got Chasten Page, brand and partnerships manager. Oh, maybe he had something to do with it. Partnerships manager. Chances are he most likely has a little something to do with it, considering. Jeremy Smith, a partner sponsor. Then you got Josh Hanna, a partner sponsor. And then you got Ricky Smith, the entertainment and AV director. So these are the people who are in charge of your entire leadership over at Gaming Geek Expo. Who was responsible for getting rid of Camelot331? I have no idea, but just looking at the titles, I gotta imagine that Jeff Thomas and Julia Thomas and Chasten Page had something to do with it. More so probably Chaz and Paige, again, considering he is a partnership manager and they were trying to maintain some sort of partnership. But again, who's really counting at this point? Now, these are the non-problematic guests that they're going to be having at Game and Geek Expo. For those that are curious, they're going to have Paul Niemeyer. I'm sorry if I said that name wrong. I'm terrible at names sometimes. You got DC Douglas. You got Brian Collin, Cliff Blesinski. You got Rebby Hardy, and you got Jeff Shine. And then celebrity guests, again, you already have those names listed here. Special guest Steve Isaacs at Epic Games. Of course, you got Epic Games, bro, one of the wokest companies out there by far, joining as a special guest over at Geek and Game Expo. So maybe they have something to do with it. Who really knows? You got John Riggs, a content creator for Gaming Homebrews. You got Lauren Blazinski, pro gamer, Twitch partner, cosplay judge. You got Gamer Aimer, creator, gaming influencer. You got Retro Wolf, gaming influencer, content creator. You got Marmax Gaming, a creator and pro gamer. You got RNG Gamer, a video creator. You got Brian McGinnis, a comedian voice actor. You got Jeremy Parrish, an author and content creator. And you got Pac-Man Case, gaming video creator, and Saturn Steve, a gaming video creator. And then what do you have? A bunch of fucking cosplayers, because again, you can't have a Geeking Expo without a bunch of cosplayers who are always all going to be female or men dressing as females, one of the two. So again, I don't know who was responsible for essentially taking down Camelot331 from this particular expo, but I gotta imagine it had to be some of the people here listed on the leadership. Who really knows? I'm sure he knows at the end of the day. If you look at the email, you're going to see that there's really no name attached to it. Nobody, whoever was involved with this situation. People obviously are highly upset over this. I mean, I even commented, I said, anyone complaining about you was never going to go to the expo anyway. These idiots don't even realize that. And that's true. I stand by that statement, because this happens every time with cancel culture. It ends up being a situation where the people who are trying to do the canceling were never going to take part in whatever is being, whatever event they're trying to cancel the person from. They were never going to go. Can you all at CG Summit elaborate more on this so my audience can understand? Yeah, they're never going to say anything. They're never going to comment. We appreciate the fact that you had merch made specifically with a design from a professional for the con, which cost you nearly $1,000, but you're canceled. No refunds. Oh, wow. I mean, it's unbelievable what they do to people. When one of the largest, now this is definitely interesting. I wonder who he's talking about. When one of the largest content creators in the world crawls into your DMs to make a video about this, that's when you know things are about to hit the fan. I hope it's Asmongold or somebody along those lines, because it should be pretty interesting. He also tags Vic Mignogna. He says, frustrating that the last con I've been to was with Vic Mignogna, and coincidentally getting canceled from this one. Miss ya. Was really looking forward to seeing my boys Abyss Dominus and John Blue Riggs again. Hopefully see y'all soon. So again, people are not happy about this. Adam Krigler's commenting, saying that's so effing lame. This is some of the merch that he had made up, which I think this looks pretty damn good, honestly. Cody, I'm shocked. This is damn amazing. I like the design. Master of TDS, this is messed up, especially like 2 weeks before the event. It's all planned, right? It's all planned. All of this is planned. They utilize the big name or a bigger name, right? They utilize someone who they know is going to bring in people that they know has a dedicated fan base. They utilize that person so that they can sell tickets as much as they possibly can. And when they are sold out, they are going to start their shit after they are sold out. So once they sold all the tickets, all their vendor slots are filled. Again, I want to remind people, this company is trying to say that they are losing sponsors and losing brands and all this stuff. But when you go to the vendor website and you see if there's any tickets or any spots available for vendors, no, there isn't, because they're all sold out, obviously. So they're already paid up. Everything is fine. They're fine. Nothing is wrong. Kata says, what the actual hell? Nina says, wow, what the F, man? How awful. This is so stupid. I see cancel culture still alive and well. Flash says, what the F? Steph says, ridiculous. Toasty says, I'll be covering this on my stream tonight. 8-Bit Eric says, not cool at all. Adam Krigler, always the same BS. Yeah, so, again, Mr. Phillips says, that's some bullcrap. Stuttering Craig says, incredibly stable people. Smash AT says, yikes. This is basically a situation that we have seen all the time, where cancel culture is trying to rear its ugly head again. These people are so desperate for the power they once had many years ago, when cancel culture was able to affect damn near everybody at the mere sniff of a controversy. Now it's a lot more difficult, and it seems like cons are one of the weak points in what you would consider cancel culture capability, because cons seem like they want to cancel anyone at the moment there's any sort of controversy. And it seems like it's happening over and over and over again. So this is a situation that proves that it's not exactly fully over, it's not exactly fully gone, and this is something that we need to consistently fight against as much as we possibly can, because if we don't fight against it, then they're going to try to gain the power back again and utilize it in all aspects of life, not just cons. They're going to try to get you fired from your job. I mean, they still do, by the way, but it just doesn't really work that much anymore. But they're going to try to get back to that. They want to get back to that. These people are miserable at home. They were never going to go to the con. They were never scared about Camelot being there. They only saw the opportunity to try to ruin someone's life that they hate on the internet for a difference of opinion. That's really it. And they're going to continue to try to do it so long as it works. And this time it worked. So now they're going to feel emboldened and powerful. And guess what? They're going to go after someone else. Whoever they deem as wrongthink, they're going to try to get them canceled and ruin their life. And it's because they're bored and miserable and losers at home that are never going to continue to get better in their life whatsoever. So anyway, shout out to Camelot. I hope things end up okay. I hope they refund your money for the merch. I doubt it, but we'll see if the Game and Geek Expo actually ends up responding at any sort of time whatsoever. But to be fair, I highly doubt it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Special shout out to all the Bigot Army members out there for becoming a member. I appreciate you. And if you are not a member yet, consider hitting that member button. That way you guys can join the channel to the best of your ability. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.